your God power. Get everything you ever wanted and live the life of your dreams. The Master's Course. Copyright 2010 by Richard Lee McKim Jr. All rights reserved. Let the quest for knowing begin. You have a pretty broad spectrum of possible awareness material. Your reality starts out with everything that you are aware of and is then programmed by your beliefs or meanings about what you are aware of. Since it all starts out with what you are aware of, and what you are aware of is a resonant function of your thoughts, then your thoughts are the foundation of your reality. Your thoughts and beliefs, conscious as well as subconscious, cull out your specific choices from all that is possible and all that is available to create your world, the only world you know. No one else can add or take from the world that you create. You are the center of the world and the universe that you know. You will never know anything that is outside your world, because the moment that you become aware of it, it becomes part of your world. Did you know that there are other people whom you will never know because their world is so different than yours? You will never be able to meet? It is impossible. They will never exist in your world, and you will never exist in theirs. That is a fact. You both look into the same parking lot, and you see the red cars. He might see the kind of asphalt it is made of, or a possible site for a condominium, or he may be observing the blue sky up above or watching the orbs whiz around. You both have different views of the world and will always see different things and resonate with different people, places, circumstances, and events. That's good. That's exactly the way it is supposed to be. Create your world in its most ideal form, and all those who belong will show up. Whether that's people, money, or good times, they will all be there automatically. They will have no choice. They will be automatically invited and compelled to come by our old friend, the universal matchmaker, resonance. Always go for the best that you can imagine, because whatever you can imagine, you can see and elicit. By the power of resonance, you can either reveal the best of everything or the worst. This comes from a low esteem situation. If you don't feel worthy, you may feel that you only deserve and can only have less than the best. But the beauty of having this understanding of resonance is that you can reveal and elicit anything that you want. Before, you put up with and accepted less than the best because you thought that's all you could get. And it was, as long as you were thinking that. But now you know, if you want to think about wrecks, you will see them and elicit them into your experience. However, using the same amount of energy of thought, you can just as easily think of fancy sports cars and Rolls Royces and see them show up as well. An important point to remember about resonance is that it is a total service. That is to say that it doesn't just bring the fancy sports car to your attention, but it will also bring to your attention the way to get it also. That might be a better job, or winning the lottery, or inventing something that makes you rich. Who knows what the best way would be for you? But when you are attracting something and eliciting it from the universe, it will come into your experience in the best way that it can based on your beliefs and your reality. If you don't believe that you can get a high-paying job, or that you can invent anything, but you do believe in the possibility of winning the lottery, then that's the way it will happen for you. I know it all sounds good, but how does one go about creating a world? It's not hard, but it does take a dedicated effort. If you don't take the time to plan out and create your world, you will end up with a haphazard world, randomly created and thrown together by you. I recommend the clean slate approach. Start from scratch. Pretend that you are creating a new online world. There are certain rooms or aspects of your new world that you might want to populate with friends and opportunities. Create the room for them, and they will show up automatically. Remember, nothing but the best will do, no less. Your world may include politics, outdoor activities, business opportunities, personal friends. Each area has a reason and purpose in your experience. World creation techniques. The golden rule is a world creation tool. It is the most important tool in your toolbox. You define your world by your own actions. Whatever you do and think is included in your world, and everything in your world is thinking about you. Think about it. It is in your awareness because you notice it. And you only notice it because it is resonating with you enough so that you notice it. And if it is resonating with you enough so that you notice it, it notices you. Even though most of it is minimal, you are the center of your entire world to one degree or another. Whether or not you are aware of everything else in your world and it is aware of you on a conscious level or not, doesn't matter. What matters is there is a relevant connection and reason that it exists in your world. I know that this might be a big thought, but it is what it is. If you have learned nothing else so far, you have learned this. This world of God powers and magical creations and abilities, where you are actually creating your own reality, is much more complex and interconnected than you ever imagined. Everything in your experience, from the world that you know to the reality that you live in, is your creation and at your command. It is time that you recognize it and take responsibility for your actions and thoughts and purposefully direct and tailor your perfect life experience. It is just as easy to create the perfect life as it is to create a random, haphazard life. If you are a jerk to someone, then jerks now exist in your world. You can and will easily notice them and will experience a few directly. When you are a jerk, you vibrate your essence, and all other people who are jerks begin to resonate with you, and you notice them. It takes one to notice one. That means that you can't notice anything that you don't have a vibration about, even if that vibration is only awareness that they exist. You will notice them, and they notice you. You have added them to the population of your planet. You have extended an invitation that comes with a compelling, resonant quality to show up in your existence. Nothing has the power of a compelling invitation based on what you are being. What do you do about it? Simple. Number 1, be exactly the type of person you would like to see in your world, and they will show up. Whatever you are, you will elicit an experience. That is a result of our powerful friend, resonance. Decide that you will make every effort to be everything you ever wanted in someone else. Don't slip up. Every time you act, think and behave in a way that you would want to experience yourself. You send out an invitation to your world for more of the same. It takes time, but you can do it. Number 2, practice noticing people, places, situations, and circumstances that you want to see more of. You can activate resonance from either end. You can think of something or be a certain way, and then you can begin to notice that which is like it showing up in your experience. Or you can practice looking for what you like and want in a person or a place or situation, and just by observing it, you resonate with it and activate it within yourself. It works great. As you practice looking for these things, like the smorgasbord, you see more and more of them, and soon that's all you'll see. Your world will be fabulous because you can only see something if you notice it, and if you don't notice it, it is invisible to you and does not exist in your world. Number 3, ignore everything else. Don't hate it. Don't fight it. Don't pay attention to it at all. If you don't want crime in your world, ignore it. Don't talk about it. Don't notice it. However, whatever you do, don't hate it. Remember that everything in the world has its place. Everything that exists does so because it was created and attracted by someone. That's their business, not yours.
Richard will continue this explanation on the next segment, number 22. To continue, go to How to Use Your God Power, chapter number 12, segment number 22. Let your quest for knowing continue.